Hello everyone. Hi, welcome. We meet again for the fourth session of PSLE live PSLE English on our TikTok live. Okay, as usual, we are going to be doing Kahoot game. Okay, as you can see here on your page. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, just go to kahoot.it and then you enter your PIN. It's 4404085. By the way, if you see me like looking through my right side, because I want to read your comments. Hello. By the way, do help me to share the live. Okay, I think I'm gonna give until 6:10 for us to gain more participants, more followers, more viewers. Okay, for today we are going to be focusing on paper 1. Okay, it's for situational writing, and I have like a few types of questions. So we're gonna have MCQ, multiple choice question, open-ended question, together with type your answer as usual. Okay, so just go straight to kahoot.it and then type in your game pin. It's 4404085. Hello everyone, thank you for attending. Thank you for joining in our live session for today. I know your school holiday has started. How was it so far? It's been like what? Almost a week, right? And you still have another like 3 more weeks to go. Hello Dila, thank you for liking. Help me share the live. Okay, as usual, you get to play this with your friends, with your cousins, with your family members. Okay, let us do some revision for your paper 1 situational writing. Okay, so we have another 7 more minutes to go. Okay, before I start the game, can we get at least 15 participants for today? In situational writing, I have 2 sets of situational writing. Hello Amalina, welcome back. So for situational writing, this time I have 1 email and 1 article for you to, identify all the points. Okay, and then along the way, we will, share some tips and strategies on how to answer your situational writing. Okay, so far we have 7 participants. Thank you so much. Okay, for those who can't see, sure, can you do grammar MCQ for the next class? Yeah, sure. Next week we will do MCQ. So there will be podium, and of course there will be a winner. So we are going to be focusing on paper 2, booklet A. Is it not only grammar MCQ, will cover vocab MCQ as well. Eight participants for now. Okay, if you can't see the game pin, it's 4404085. Okay. What else do you want me to include for next week's session. The same time, same day. It's 6-7 on Thursday. What else do you want me to cover? Last week we did synthesis. What else? Who can remember? We did synthesis and oral, the stimulus based conversation, and we used the PEEL method. You want me to do comprehension? Is it the visual text comprehension, comprehension closed, or the open-ended? Do you find comprehension challenging? Which comprehension? Open-ended. Okay, I'll try my best to include open-ended because sometimes the media you can't see clearly, and with the interface of Kahoot, it will make the media or the paragraphs like smaller, so it's quite hard for you to actually get the answer. But I think I can use MCQ, okay, to make both our lives easier. Hey, we have 11 participants now. That's great. Another 4 more minutes before I start the game. Okay, those who just came in, today we are going to be focusing on paper 1. Okay, situational writing. I have 2 sets of situational writing that we are going to discover. Okay, I have 1 email and 1 article. Yes, comprehension close. I already did this comprehension, visual text comprehension. For comprehension, open-ended and closed, I haven't. Okay, so I'll try my best to include it in the next session. Thank you for the likes. How are you feeling today? Are you okay with your situational writing? Do you like situational writing? Or do you find it like challenging or okay? Which part of situational writing do you find, challenging or confusing? Because basically we have only 2 components, right? The task fulfillment, where you need to include all the 6 points. Okay, but this time around, the new formatting, it's like you have to think 1 or 2 of the points, the underlined points. Okay, you will not find it in the poster or in the picture. Okay, you have to think about it. Another 2 more minutes. Oh, I mentioned that I wanted 15 participants. Now we have 16. Thank you so much. What is CW? CW is continuous writing. Well, I prefer continuous writing. Why? Usually students will say continuous writing, is tiring because you have to complete all the 5 stages of writing, right? And then the marks are quite high as well. Yes, correct, Dila. It's only like a minor change. Because during your time, all the points you can get the answers for all the points from the poster, like visual text comprehension, right? But this time, the last point or the second last and last points, you need to they are based on your understanding towards the poster. Okay, 2 minutes. Correct. What 5 stages of writing? For continuous writing, you have to write. For 5 stages of writing, we have introduction, rising action, climax, falling action, and conclusion. Okay, so that's the 5 stages of writing. So in order for you to get higher marks, you need to complete all the 5 stages of writing for your continuous writing. You have to use all the writing techniques. The show, not tell. Okay, instead of just telling she was mad, you need to show your readers. Okay, actions of your characters. Okay. Alright, it's already 6:10. Let me click the start button. Alright, like I mentioned, today is about situational writing. Okay. Is it too zoomed in? Let me know if you can't see the full view of this Kahoot game, okay? So like I mentioned, it's PSLE English Paper 1 and we are going to be focusing on situational writing. Next. As always, before we get started with all the questions, I would like to ask you, what are you planning to do this holiday? Right. You can see better now. So, do type your answer. I would like to know what is or what are your plans during this, June school holiday. Maybe attending my crash course English. Oh, that's quite fast. Swimming. I'm going to China, spend time with family, study and rest, revision, revise previous topic. That's good. That's good. Okay, sleeping. Yes, I'm also sleep deprived. Good to know. Good to know. You have like a month, okay, to make sure that all your plans are ticked. Okay, now let's go ahead. Like I mentioned. Okay, wait. Let me just try to make it smaller so that you can see the full screen. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't see the full screen. Okay, wait. Let me make it like a bit smaller. All right. Now, oh, sorry. Okay. Now, for situational writing, like I mentioned, I have two sets of situational writing tasks or exercises, which involve one email and one article. Okay. Now, let's go through it together. So, what is the total number of marks allocated for situational writing? It is important for you to know the total marks. I think I give you 30 seconds for you to think through. Yes, it's actually 14 marks. Okay, so this mark is divided into two components. Okay, you have 6 marks for your task fulfillment, where you have to have all the points for your task in your email or your article, and then the remaining 8 is for your language and organization. Okay, so how you organize your thoughts and ideas, okay, whether you use all the connectors and everything. Okay. All right. Now, okay. Optimistic author. So you got that right. Okay, you are the fastest. Okay, now let's look at the first set of situational writing. I believe this one is email. So the picture here below show Imran and a librarian, Joan, talking in a library. Study the pictures carefully. Okay, you see in the first comic strip, 18 October 2025, Westview Library. Okay, here you go, Imran. I found the last copy of the poetry book at the Central Library and asked them to transfer it here. And then Imran said, thanks, Joan. I needed this poetry book for a project. Okay, so we know from the first comic strip that Joan has helped Imran to get the poetry book. Okay, where did she get the book from? From the Central Library. Okay, and Imran wanted the book to what? To complete his project. Okay, moving on to the second strip. what do you think of our new reading corner? Do you think there is any way we can improve it? Okay, and Imran replied, oh, it's nice and cozy. Now, moving on to the reading corner or reading section of the Westview Library. Okay, yes, correct. The pin is 440404085. Okay, and the last comic strip, I can't think of any way, oh sorry, yep, I can't think of any way to improve it at the moment. Let me think about it and I'll get back to you. Okay, so this is for Joan's question. Do you think there is any way we can improve it? Okay, and then this is his own monologue. Okay, John is always polite and willing to go the extra mile for every visitor. I'll write an email to commend her. Okay, so this is what he thought after he received the poetry book for his project. Okay, now let's see the task. Okay, what you need to do for this email. Okay, imagine that you are Imran. Okay, remember you are Imran, not Dila, not Coach Iza. Okay, not Shazana. Okay, you are Imran. So what you need to do? Write an email to the manager of Westview Library to commend the librarian Joan for the great service and to offer a suggestion regarding the new reading corner. Okay, of course, you have to refer to the picture and information that you can gain, okay, based on the comic strip for your email. Okay, now this is the new formatting. Okay, Dila, the bullet point underlined below requires you to come up with your own information. Okay, so what is the point, the underline point here? A suggestion on how to improve the reading corner. So this suggestion, you cannot find it in the comic strip here. Okay, but everything else you can find it in the comic strip. Okay, for example, you see where you visited and the date of your visit. Of course, you can find it in the comic strip. Okay, how the librarian Joan helped you. How? Okay, so you can find it. You can find the answer as well. The 2 reasons she deserves a commendation. Okay, is it pause? No, right? Let me know if I lag or hang or you can't hear me, all right? Now, how you feel about the new reading corner? You can also find the answer in the comic strip. Okay, now, this is what I meant. Okay, Imran. Imran is you as the writer, okay, which is the context. Okay, you as Imran need to write or need to email to the manager of Westview Library. Okay, so the manager here is your audience, right? And what is the purpose of you emailing the manager? The purpose of you is what? To praise, okay, to commend the librarian Joan for the great service and for you to offer a suggestion regarding the reading corner, right? Now, how to know or how to identify whether you have all the 6 bullet points in your task or you have to, like think about the additional point. Okay, let's see. So even though here we have 5 bullet points, okay, so you have to read the points carefully. You see where you visited and the date of your visit, so that's point 1. How the librarian Joan helped you, that's point 2. The 2 reasons she deserves a commendation. Okay, when the task mentioned 2 reasons, that is straight away point 3 and point 4. So you are left with point 5 and 6, right? So how you feel about a new reading corner, that's point 5. And you only need to suggest 1 suggestion because a suggestion, okay, not suggestions, okay? So you have to be aware of the grammar as well. Okay, a suggestion on how to improve the reading corner. So point number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, you can find the points in the comic strip. But for question 6, the underlined points here, you need to think by yourself. Okay, so this is because they want you to fully understand the poster. Okay, now let's go through the question. Now, point number 1, where you visited and the date of your visit. I've also included the comic strip for you. But I somehow feel like you cannot see like the picture clearly, so that's why I make this an MCQ, a multiple choice question. Yes, correct. The answer is I visited Westview Library on 18 October 2025. Blue is what? 18 October 2026. And we are still what? In the month of June. Okay, now let's see whether what happened, optimistic otter. Good job, magic sugar glider. All right, now let's go to point number 2. How the librarian Joan helped you. Right. Yeah. This is just helping you to get the right answers, Shazana. Yes, okay. Joan found the last copy of the poetry book at the Central Library and asked them to transfer to the Westview Library. Okay, but I understand if your answer is this one, the red color one. Joan helped me. Oh, sorry, not Joan helped me write my school project. It's actually help me to buy. Okay, maybe it's a tricky question, but green color is the right answer. Okay, now. Oh, okay, good job, optimistic otter. Okay, now let's go to point 3. Oh, 3 and 4. Remember the two reasons she deserves a commendation. You can still remember, you can get this answer in the monologue. Of course, all the rest of the answers are all negative ones. Yes, okay. Why? Firstly, because she is always polite when interacting with library visitors. And secondly, she is willing to go the extra mile for every visitor. Okay, so this firstly and secondly is also important. This is a sequence of order. And this is also an example of connectors that can, boost your email or your article to get extra mark or higher marks. Okay. This is for the language and organization, the 8 marks component. Okay. All right. Optimistic author still on top. Now, point 5. How you feel about the new reading corner? What is the game pin? 4404085. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving out the game pin. Yes, he thinks it is nice and cozy. Okay, everything else is a negative answer. Okay, now next one. This is the best part. I believe this is an open-ended question. Yes, a suggestion. Okay, this is an underline point, so you have to give out your own idea. A suggestion on how to improve the reading corner. I think I give you a minute to write down a suggestion. Remember, only one suggestion. So far, only one answer. Oh no, what happened? Still one answer. And you have another 19 seconds. Okay, 7, 8, 9 answers. I'm looking at 2 different screens right now. One for the comments and one for the Kahoot. Okay, time's up. 14 and 15 answers submitted. Okay, now let's see. Show answers. I don't know. We can put bean bags as it is nice. Bean bags as They're nice and comfy to sit on. Perhaps you can add more seats in the reading corner. It's nice and cozy. So that is point 5, I believe. I would like, okay, you also cannot repeat the same points, okay? If you have, it's nice and cozy for point 5, point 6, you need a different point, okay? If not, you will only gain 5 marks out of 6 marks for your task fulfillment, all right? To improve, more books to read, have more chairs, okay? Or make it nice and cozy, that's point 5. It should be bigger so more people can have the feeling to feel cozy and comfortable, okay? This one, I believe you will lose a mark because it's the same as point 5. I suggest adding a more ergonomic chairs, yes, plushy toys and small pillows, okay, yeah, for like little kids. May try to make the shelf bigger so you get. All right, that's good. That's good. Okay, a good suggestion. Okay, on how to improve the reading corner. Okay, excellent job, everyone. Okay, so this is where you can find the answers for the 5 points. Okay, so point number 1, the date and the place. Okay, point number 2, how did Joan help you? Okay, point number 3 and 4, two reasons two reasons of your purpose of emailing the manager of Westview Library. Okay, point number 5 is what do you think of the reading corner? And point number 6 is what you suggested just now. Okay, so this is the sample of email that you can write to the manager. Okay, now I want to ask you a question. Why did I put yours faithfully here, not yours sincerely? Why? You can comment your answer. I would like to know. Or is it because, I feel like it? I feel like, oh, if I want to use yours faithfully also can. I want to use yours sincerely also can. Formal, yes, of course. Of course, it's a formal email. That's good. No, it's formal because you are writing to a manager or to your principal. Okay. Why? If informal is when you write to your cousins, your friends, your parents, right? So, yours faithfully. Why not yours sincerely? This is also important. I give you another like 1 minute, a minute for you to think. Yes, Dila. Good job. You do not know the person or you do not know the audience. Okay, you don't have the name of your audience. Here you see the task. Let me just go back. You see, write an email to the manager of Westview Library, but you do not know the name of the manager. It's not there. Okay, so when you do not know your audience, when you do not know your reader, you should end your email or letter with yours faithfully. Okay, but if you know the name of the manager of your principal, like for example, like Mr. Benjamin, Mr. Ng, Mr. Ahmad, then you can write yours sincerely. Okay? Okay. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the second set. Okay, so this one is an article. So Dila, this is also like one of the example for the new format. Okay. Yes, correct, Shazana. I think because you do not know that person. Okay, so this is also a comic strip. Okay, but this time you have to write an article about it. Okay, this is my homework actually. Really? Okay, now let's see. Lucy, your sister plays basketball every weekend. Here, Daddy has bought a spare basketball. Do you want to try it? Okay, so we know here is Lucy's sister and her friend. This is Lucy's daddy and this is Lucy, right? Now you see, once Lucy's dad passed the ball, you see, wow, this sport is new to me, but my sister is so good at it. I want to be like her. Okay, so that is why she wanted to practice playing the basketball, because she wanted to be just like her sister. Come on, Lucy, don't just bounce the ball alone. You will play better if you play with us in a team. Okay, so this is what Lucy's sister, okay, uh, like, shouted, or, asked her or requested her to do. Okay, instead of just bouncing the ball alone, you should join us to play in a team. Okay, this looks more fun to, yes. Now let's work hard. Oh no. Okay, can you hear me now? Because I just received a connection loss. Okay, let's work hard. We should set a regular time to practice shooting. Okay, so this is what the sisters asked Lucy to do. Okay, in order for you to be good at it, be excellent at it, we need to set a regular time to practice shooting and play with us in a team. Okay, instead of just you like practicing alone. Okay, you might not know the correct technique for it. Now, last but not least, 4 weeks later, about a month later, okay, you see, hooray, I've become good at this. Well done, Lucy, okay, because of the extensive practice, and spending time with the as a team, okay. 4 weeks later, she has become good at the game. Okay, now let's see, what is your task? Now, your task, imagine you are Lucy, okay? Write an article for the class notice board to tell your classmates about your experience learning the new sport, okay? So, what is the sport? The sport is a basketball. Basketball, okay? You have to, as always, you have to refer to the picture and information above for your article, okay? And the bullet point underlined below requires you to come up with your own information. Okay, now let's see, like I mentioned just now, okay, even though we have these 5 bullet points, okay, now let's take a look at each point. Why you wanted to learn basketball? Okay, since it is not underlined, so of course you can find the answer in the comic strip. Okay, what you did when you first received a basketball? Okay, so that's point number 2. 2 things you did to improve yourself in this sport. So that's point 3 and 4. Okay, why? Because 2 things, you need to provide 2 things you did to improve yourself in this sport. Okay, how long you took to be good at shooting a basketball? Who can remember how long Lucy took to be good at shooting a basketball? And last but not least, the underline point. Okay, one way Lucy or you have benefited from this sport. Okay, yes. 4 months, 4 weeks. Okay, Shazana, I know you like typo there. Okay, so one way you benefited from this sport, or you cannot find the answer in the comic strip, so you have to figure out yourself. Okay, so you have to imagine you as Lucy. What can you gain? What is the one advantage that you gain or you get from this sport? Okay, now this is the same as Imran's just now, the email just now. Okay, so Lucy, you as the writer, so you need to sign off with the name of Lucy, not yourself. Okay, so your audience is your classmates. Okay, so what is the purpose of you writing an article? You want to tell your experience learning the new sport to your classmate. Okay, because it will be paste to your class notice board. Alright, now let's try to answer point 1. So why you wanted to learn basketball? Please don't answer, please don't click the red one, because I've never mentioned my teacher. Yes. Who clicked red? Because I wanted to learn basketball because my sister was already very good at it. Okay, good job. Now, scoreboard. Who is optimistic author? Is that you, Amalina? Or is that you, Dila? Now, point number 2. What did you... What you did when you first received a basketball? What you did when you first received the ball? Hmm. Of course, grade 1 is obviously wrong, right? I immediately joined a basketball competition. Yes, I simply bounced it around on my own, not really knowing what to do. So that's when the sister came in, okay, and asked her to join, to play or practice as a team. Okay, now, good job, optimistic author. Okay. Now, point 3 and point 4, two things you did to improve yourself in this sport. What did Lucy do? So obviously the three answers are wrong. Only one right. Oh, that's good. No one answered red, blue, or yellow. Yes, firstly, I trained with my friends so that I could learn proper skills instead of guessing on my own. And secondly, I set a regular time to practice shooting. Okay. Alright. The second last point. How long you took to be good at shooting a basketball? Hmm. This question, I simply make it like tricky. I want you to, read each word carefully. Who answered it took me 4 days? Yes, the answer is it took me 4 weeks, right? Now, last but not least is an open-ended question. One way you have benefited from this sport. Put yourself in Lucy's shoes. What do you think you can gain if you play basketball? Oh, what happened now? Did you not enjoy this Kahoot game this time around, Karen? I remember you. By the way, next week we'll be doing MCQs. Grammar, vocab. So you have less than 10 seconds. Alright. Did you join the Kahoot game now, Karen? Okay, now let's see the answer. 15, 16. Okay, show answers. I gain confidence, improve my physical fitness and stamina. I can learn to never give up. Okay, it helped me stay active. 6, 7, 6, 7. Okay, so don't forget our timing. Okay, 6 to 7. Learn something new. Can play with my friends. Never give up on new sport skills and more friends. Yes, that's good. I don't see anyone repeating like the same points like you did for the email. That's good enough. I learned resilience and not giving up easily because although training was hard, I persevered to become good at the sport. Okay, that's good. That's excellent. And it's during your school holiday. You can even think. That's good. Good job, good job. Alright, so this is where you can find the answer for point 1 to 5. And like I mentioned, for question number 6, you have to figure out the answer by yourself. Okay, just like to make sure that you understand the comic strip poster thoroughly. Okay, so this is where you can find the answer. Why Lucy wanted to learn, playing basketball. Okay, 2 and 3, what they did. All right, and then how long she can be better after all the practices. Okay, so 4 weeks later. So it is important to read every word. Okay, every word that you can find in the poster. Okay, now I think that is all from me for the situational writing. How do you find today's session? Is it enjoyable? Oh, by the way, this is the model sample for the article. Okay? Dila, you see? So this is how the formatting of article should be. Okay, so you have the title. So technically, you should follow your school formatting. Okay, but this is one of the formats. Okay, so you have the title and then you have the author by Lucy Ang. Okay, if not, you can put the author at the end of the article. Okay. Oh no, Karen, it's okay. It's okay. We still have next week. Next week, remember, paper 2, booklet A for MCQ. Ah, that's good to know. That's good to know. Okay. So, I think that is it for me for today. I want to wish you, enjoy your holiday. Happy holiday. Take care. I hope I get to see you next week with a brand new content for our, PSLE English tips and strategies and questions. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, enjoy your prelims, gang. Enjoy your holiday, but don't forget to do your revision, okay? Especially for your oral, because it's just like what? Around the corner, like a month away. Welcome everyone. Yes, next week will be MCQs. Oh, by the way, that is it. Now let's see the podium. Magic Sugar Glider, top 3. Amusing Canary, number 2. And number 1 is Optimistic Otter. Okay, Amalina. I need you to scan this QR code. Okay, this is for you, for the Kahoot winner. Okay, if you can't scan it, make sure you leave your name, your contact number in our DM. Okay? Sama-sama, Karen. Alright, thank you so much, Amalina. Thank you, everyone. Go grab your dinner. Okay, rest well, everyone. I'll see you next week. Thursday, 6-7, alright? Thank you so much. Bye-bye.